Breaking news, House Speaker Martin Romualdez, kulong si Loren Badoy at ka Eric Celis. Base sa balitang kumakalat, napikon ang Kongreso nang hindi i-reveal ang source ni ka Eric sa mga congressman. Ayon kay ka Eric, hindi siya maaaring pigaing i-reveal ang kanyang source sa 1.8 bilyong ginasta ni Romualdez dahil maliban sa protektado siya ng batas, pinapatay din ang press freedom ni House Speaker Romualdez. Dagdag pa ni ka Eric Celis, bakit tila umaastang mas pangulo pa kay BBM itong si House Speaker Romualdez? Hindi ba dapat batas ang pinagtutuunan ng congressman? Hindi para utusang mag-imbestiga ang Congress. Pero depensa ng Congress, napikon ng mga congressman nang hindi umubra kay ka Eric Celis nang lumabas ngayon sa pag-iimbestiga. Maging mga nagtatanong na congressman, may mga issue sa travel expenses kaya pinakulong na lang ang host ng SMNI, direktang pinasight and contempt.
Mr. Celis, for the last time, please identify your source.
You better follow that rule. Otherwise, baka mapilitan akong gawin yung hindi ko dapat gawin.
Mr. Celis is out of order. I am not moving on. Your manifestation is out of order.
I am requesting.
Do not picture a...
No, I'm not lecturing. I am standing up for my right.
Makinig ka! Out of order is all about your manifestation to straighten out. Patapusin mo ako!
The Honorable.
Huwag ka may bastos. Patapusin mo ako. Mr. Chairman, we might cite you in contempt.
Then so be it.
Your Honor, you challenge us?
Yes.
If that will be sin in the nation na walang karapatan ang mga invited guests dito na magpahayag, Your Honor, with due respect to you.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of this committee, may I be allowed, please, to manifest a statement of clarification before I proceed to answer the question of Honorable Congressman J.G. Suarez, because I believe that the statement that I am going to make as an opening premise to the answer that I should be giving to the Honorable Congressman will settle everything and clarify before the nation a very important statement that I want to make. Mr. Chairman, may I be allowed, please?
Before I allow you, I'd like to remind everyone that your oath has been administered in the last session, and this will continue up to today.
Yeah.
So you're under oath.
Yeah.
So lahat mo sasabihin po natin ay ang katotohanan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I proceed, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, you may.
Mr. Chairman? Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Honorable ako.
meron pong katanungan si Honorable Suarez, di po ba?
Opo.
Hindi ba dapat sagutin lang ng resource person or witness yung katanungan muna
Okay.
bago siya mag-explain? Mr. Chair? Thank you for the reminder, Congressman Akop, sir. And to the members of this committee, I feel, and it is my right to state before this committee and the August Chamber of Congress, that this committee is not above the law. No one in government is above the law. We are a government of laws. I am protected under the Soto law. I have the constitutional right. I requested per record that I may be given competent advice and assistance of a legal counsel, and such right is guaranteed by the Constitution. And such right is also stipulated clearly in Section 12 of the governing House rules pertaining to committee hearing and conduct of investigation. And even if I am not in a court trial, the right to seek out counsel advice and assistance from the counsel is a part of principle of due process, a principle guaranteed by the Constitution. And I believe before I answer any further question, may I manifest respectfully and humbly before this committee that all the statements, even after under oath, in the absence of competent legal advice and assistance previously, may be granted to be stricken off the record because I believe my constitutional rights were violated.
Point of order. The answer manifestation of Mr. Celis is out of order. He is out of order because you cannot dictate in this house and you cannot move only members of you ask members of this house.
Yes, I am explaining,
No,
sir.
I am not moving on. Your manifestation is out of order.
I am requesting.
Do not picture a...
No, I'm not lecturing. I am standing up for my right. Mr.
I am standing up for my right. Then we might cite you in contempt.
Then so be it.
Your Honor, you challenge us?
Yes.
If that will be sin in the nation na walang karapatan ang mga invited guests dito na magpahayag, Your Honor, with due respect to you, I do not believe na ang Kongresong ito ay
Mr. Chair,
lalabas sa karusahan ng mga mamamayan.
Mr. Chair.
I don't... What are out of order? And what's the position of the chair?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chairman,
Nadali na po. Eric,
may I explain?
yes, the Honorable Akop is recognized and I understand yung sinasabi po ng ating mga ng ating bisita. Pero ano po ninyo, kung ang ginagamit nyo po ay yung hearing nung huli at wala kay representasyon, hindi po namin kasalanan. Kasalanan po ng mga abogado ng SMNI dahil sila mismo on record ang nagsabi na they are here to represent SMNI and not the anchors because dumistansya nga ho sila. Ang sabi nila, hindi po namin trabaho ang bigyan ng representasyon ang anchor. That's why nung humingi po kayo, ang pinaliwanag ko, hindi ho pwede sila magdepensa sa inyo, dapat ho humingi kayo ng iba. Dahil hindi ho pwede sila magdepensa because they are on record. Under oath, ang sabi nila, kami abogado ng SMNI at hindi kami abogado ng mga anchor. Klaro po yan, Kyrie.
Your Honor, if I may please.
You're not allowed. I'm going, yes.
To explain why I cited him out of order. Because he manifested that the previous records, it is taken out of records. And as resource person, they are not allowed.
Your Honor, I am going to in this chamber and I am submitting myself before the country in protest. My constitutional rights are violated in this committee. I'm sorry to say, let me be detained in this chamber and be cited in contempt. I will not participate if my constitutional right will not be guaranteed. You are not here to decide my constitutional right.
Let me finish.
There's a point of order now, Honorable.
What I'm saying, I am not telling you to stop. What I'm saying is, my out of order. Makinig ka. My out of order is all about your manifestation. Explain out. Patapusin mo ako. Baka may bastos.
Hindi mo bastos, nagpapaliwasan mo ako.
Mr. Chairman, I will just like to correct. I am not stopping him to issue statement. What I'm saying is, and what I'm pointing out over there, is the manifestation that the previous statement and the previous record simply is taken out of order. Mr. Chairman, he's not allowed to do it. Point of order.
Honorable Dan Fernandez, for the point of order.
May we remind the resource speakers and the members of this committee to observe the proper decorum.
Correct.
If the chairman acknowledge a certain personality, let him speak and
Yes.
don't interrupt
Correct.
the members of this committee while the member is given the right to speak. Maraming salamat po, Mr.
Thank you,
Chair.
Honorable Dan Fernandez. Honorable Akop is recognized.
Mr. Celis, please be reminded that in this committee and this house, we have rules to follow. Hindi po ba namin sinusunod yung mga rules? Matanong ko nga po.
Yes, sir. I feel that
And
is my...
I would like to remind you that these rules are supposed to be followed by members of this committee and by the witnesses or resource persons to be present. And one of these rules is that before you can speak, you ask permission from the chairman. Kami nga, hindi kami nagsasalita na walang permission yung chairman. You better follow that rule. Otherwise, baka mapilitan akong gawin yung hindi ko dapat gawin. Thank you.
The Honorable,
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
wait, I think the Honorable Ace Barbers.
I was raising a point of order earlier, but
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you that.
it's okay,
My
Mr.
apologies.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, kasi gusto ko lang i-refresh yung memory ng ating resource person na no one is curtailing your right. In fact, kaya ka nga nandito, binibigyan ka ng panahon, ng oras para magsalita. But do not play to the crowd saying that your rights are violated in this committee. It's not. Tayo ay nasa demokrasya, di ba? I believe you were former member of the NPA. Di ba? And alam mo kung ano yung pinaglalaban natin dito, di ba? So, never, ever insult the committee, much more any of the members of this committee. Kasi medyo yun ang affront. Yun ang affront sa amin. And do not challenge us to do what we feel is right to do to you because you might not like it. I'm just going to remind him of that, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
The Honorable Ace Barbers. Any other
Chair.
member that would like to speak?
I believe that this is an aid or an inquiry in aid of legislation, and resource persons should be reminded that they should observe proper decorum. I'd just like to remind all the resource persons that under Section 11, this inquiry, or for that matter, Congress has the power to contempt. the committee may punish any person for contempt by a vote of 2/3 of the members present, there being a quorum. And there are 6 grounds for contempt. One of which is letter E, acting in a disrespectful manner towards any member of the committee or any misbehavior in the presence of the committee. So, Mr. Chair, we do not want to cite a resource person for contempt. Kaya nakikiusap kami sa iyo, Ka-Eric, na kung pwede, please respect this committee and observe proper decorum. Nasa rules po natin na you cannot speak if you are not recognized by the chair. Actually, naka-strike 1 na po kayo, Ka-Eric. Kanina, you were not recognized by the chair but you kept on talking. So again, may I advise Ka-Eric, we are not suppressing your rights, but also respect this committee and observe proper decorum.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, if I may continue.
There was a question raised by the Honorable Suarez. Alam po niyo, Eric, kung meron po kayong karapatan, may karapatan din pong committee. Lahat po tayo may karapatan dito. So, ang tanong ho, yes or no? May tanong ho si Congressman J.J. Suarez. Huwag na ho natin pahabain. Yes or no?
I will refuse to answer, Your Honors, not because I disrespect this committee, but I will invoke my right guaranteed by the Constitution because I believe this committee cannot be above the law, especially the Constitution.
Can I just
Honorable
raise
J.J.
it?
Suarez.
Yes. What right is that you are invoking, Mr. Celis?
The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights guarantees me for the guarantee of due process and even the Soto law and even the House rules.
Yes.
Constitutionally guaranteed rights, Your Honor, Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman, cannot
Mr.
be violated by any branch of the government.
Ka-Eric, may katanungan. Is that clear? Alam po ninyo, Ka-Eric, meron ba kayong kasamang abogado na yun?
May I answer po? That's why I am requesting since last hearing that I may be given the counsel. Now, I will hire,
If you keep going back, last year, ang tanong ko na yun.
I will hire Attorney Mark Tolentino and Attorney Rolex Oplico as my personal choice
Okay.
to do legal counsel.
Everything that you say now is guided by your lawyer, who's also here.
Not yet, sir, because they are not, Mr. Chairman, permitted and granted authority to be recognized as my legal counsel. That's why I'm requesting. I'm hiring today, this afternoon, Attorney Mark Tolentino and Attorney Rolex Oplico.
Are the lawyers accepting that mandate? Because you remember, in the last hearing, you manifested that you are not representing Eric and the anchors because of the disclaimer issue. Are you accepting?
I'm accepting, Your Honor.
Attorney Rolex Oplico.
I am accepting, Your Honor.
Okay, so thank you very much. So everything that will be said on the go. Now, Eric, may abogado na po kayo? Yes or no?
May I request again,
Yes.
Congressman Honorable J.J. Suarez to refer to the question, please.
Now, with the presence of your lawyer, it's just a little bit ironic that in the past few days you've been on air talking about the hearing, talking about your opinions on about the hearing, and together with Attorney Mark Tolentino, I think there was a few episodes na magkasama pa kayong dalawa. So you're very vocal and you're very opinionated about your position. And last hearing, I just want to remind you, you apologized to the committee because the statements that you issued in your show kasama ang bayan, tama po ba yun?
Yes, Your
Dapat
Honor.
kasama ang bayan. Humingi ka man ng paumanhin dahil yung sinabi mong 1.8 billion ay walang katotohanan. Sinabi nyo yun. Ngayon, sinabi mo ang source mo ay galing sa Kongreso. Sinabi ko mula sa House of Representatives, ang sabi nyo po ay hindi po House. Dalawa po yung House, Congress at Senate. Sinabi nyo, kinonfirm nyo na lalaki na taga-Senado. Ngayon po, naglabas na po ng statement, mismong Senate President na ang nagsasabi, hindi na ito nanggagaling sa amin, although I am pressing hard that I want you to reveal that, sir, because we want to find out the truth. Mr. Celis, the truth, and nothing is more important than the truth. So, I'm asking you nicely, who is your source?
May I qualify, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, may I be allowed to speak?
Yes, but before that, I'd like to remind you and the lawyers that under Section 13, the participation of counsel in this hearing for the witness during the hearing and while the witness is testifying shall be limited to advising the legal rights of the witness. Is that clear, Attorney Tolentino and Attorney Supi?
Yes, Your Honor.
That will only limited to that. Wala akong tayong coaching dito, ha? Yes. Eric.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the recognition. Congressman Suarez, sir.
Please answer straight directly, ha? Wala ko tayong paligoy na sagot ko dito.
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yes.
before you-
Point of order.
Yeah. No,
Go ahead, go ahead.
no. Just want to be enlightened. What is the decision of? What is your decision regarding the prior motion made by Congressman Paduano on?
Well,
There's a
was
motion.
a point of order.
No.
He only made the point of order. So if he was declaring him out
Thank
of
you.
order.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, proceed. Yes or no?
Yeah, thank you po, Mr. Chairman.
Please answer directly, ha? Huwag mo tayo masyadong
I
lumad.
will not answer it because I am protected by law as per advice in conference with my lawyers here. I am protected by the SOTO law. Unless the SOTO law is repealed, I will be under the protection of the SOTO law. Republic Act number 53.
Mr. Chair, okay.
And the previous statements made, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, please, were made without the competent advice of legal counsel. That's why I was requesting humbly for this honorable committee chaired by Congressman Tambunting that all those testimonies regarding the testimonies I made here can be stricken off the record if it may be considered as a request. Because those are inadmissible.
Ang sabi ng SMNI, hindi po nila pananagutan ang gagawin nyo. At hindi na nga ro kayo empleyado, sabi nila. So, ergo, hindi ko namin agad-agad kaya tanggapin yung inyong mungkahi. Pangalawa, I would like to remind you that this is a house inquiry which is provided for by the SOTO law. And third, tatanungan ko, security of state, binanggit nyo. Ano po ibig nyo? Ito ba yung security of state? Tingin nyo itong issue to, which is an exception?
Ang 1.8 billion na pagtatanong ko po, Your Honors, Mr. Chairman, ay hindi po threat to national security. Kapag ito po'y tinatanong ng mga media practitioners at ng mamamayan patungkol sa tamang pangangalaga sa pundo ng bayan. And I believe Congress is not exempted from public transparency and accountability in the disposal of public funds.
Alam po ninyo,
It is not an issue
Mr. Chair, I think
of
I still have
security.
the floor.
yes.
Yeah.
Huli, katanungan. Alam po yung security of state sa amin. Ito po yung sinabi nyo na empleyado ng Senado ang nagbigay. Sa amin, yan po ay seguridad ng ating institusyon, seguridad ng ating bayan. So, kaya po, ito po ay hindi nyo po pwede i-cite ang SOTO law. Mabuti po, malaman nyo na po ang posisyon. At ito, pinag-aralan po natin, may abogado po kayo, meron din po kami mga abogado dito, may mga researchers po kami. At ang SOTO law ay hindi po applicable dito sa sinasite nyo. Sa tatlong tinanong ko, pare-pareho, hindi ko po pwede yan. The Honorable KJ
Thank you very
Suarez,
much.
you are recognized.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So let's just go back to points that have already been established. Number one, the statement that you issued was false. You admitted it and you apologized for it last hearing. Number two, you mentioned that your source is from Senate. And Caselis, Mr. Celis, the law that you have just stated that you sought to use to protect your right and not to reveal your source apparently has been ruled cannot be applied. So therefore, I'm asking you again, dahil may kinalaman na to, may mabigat po ang kinalaman, ang repercussions nito You're talking about interparliamentary relationships between the House of Representatives and between the Senate. And none other than the Senate President has already issued a statement about this. So I don't think you see the gravity of the statements that you have issued between both houses in Congress. Now, Mr. Celis, for the last time, please identify your source.
Mr. Chairman, may I be allowed to answer?
Mr. Chair, this is the fourth time I asked Mr. Celis this question. And every time I asked him this question, ang laki ng introduction, wala pa rin yung sagot. Pwede po ba this time, pag pinagbigyan natin siya magsalita, sabihin niya na po yung pangalan?
Kasi kung mag-introduction lang kayo, tapos i-cite nyo na naman, dinisalaw ko na. Sinasabi ko na hindi yung namin kaya tanggapin yung SOTO law for this particular issues, and we provided the basis for that too. Sa mga binigkas yung provision, doon kung mismo hinugot ko yung argumento namin. Ngayon, kung hindi ko yung sasagot, we will not allow you anymore. Kasi nagre-request na si Congressman Suarez ng kasagutan, pangalan ang kailangan niya.
Okay. Mr. Chairman,
Magbibigay ko kayo mo ng pangalan o hindi?
may I request that I be allowed to confirm with my legal counsel, please?
Oh, they're right beside you. They can confirm.
May I request for at least
Yes.
1 minute conference with them?
Please.
Mr. Chairman,
Session
may I be
resumes.
recognized again, please?
Okay, please proceed.
In our constitutional democracy, only the courts can interpret the laws, not Congress.
Okay.
So I will not answer that question because I believe Congress does not have the right to interpret laws.
Okay.
It's with Congress to follow laws, not to interpret.
Ka-Eric is cited for
Mr. Chairman, may I be recognized?
ask the Sergeant of Arms to please
Mr. Chairman,
take on
Mr. Chairman,
Ka-Eric.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chairman,
Ngayon, ikaw, bilang Pilipino, ano ang masasabi mo at reaksyon sa balitang ito? Mag-iwan ka ng komento sa ibaba at atin pong babasahin isa-isa.